Alright, Merciless Vaughn here again with another Bleach Brave Souls video. And in this one we are going to be taking a look at the 1000 Year Blood War 2024 version of Ichigo versus the Halloween Noel. And so hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you do, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel or you have been here for a while, go ahead and subscribe so I can get to 250 subscribers. I am making my way there. And with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we'll take a quick look at the Ichigo. I won't go into this character too much in detail because I did in his initial showcase, and yeah. But just to talk about him real quick, he is a Heart Soul Reaper affiliation unit with the Soul Reaper Stern Ritter Killer. I do have 4 out of 5 copies. The SP, focus, and attacks are all at level 10 except for the stamina slot. I just didn't level it up because I didn't really want to use the resources to level it up. 2 soul traits, strong attack recharge time minus 12% and strong attack damage plus 20%. The most notable things about his skills is that he is a melee unit with weakening and lacerate on his abilities. He has complete status immunity, havoc 20%, frenzy plus 2, bombardment, increased status element chance against Soul Reaper and Quincy's enemies, damage to a status element 40% for weakened, 60% to lacerated. Broader hit hidden enemies and the status element spiritual pressure boost. So overall, this unit does have a lot of skills that makes him really good, and his strong attacks are not bad either. And having 2 soul traits is just really good as well. Moving on to the Halloween Noel. I won't go into this character too much in detail because I did in her initial showcase. I also showcased her 5 out of 5 max percentage in other versus video. But just to make this comparison fair, I will take off this SP right here. And there, now the character is 4 out of 5. The only difference is this SP slot is at level 10 and this defense slot is at level 10, but that really doesn't matter. That's just survivability, not really going to help out much with damage. Heart, no affiliation unit with the Soul Reaper Killer as well. She only has 1 killer and only has 1 soul trait, which is the strong attack recharge time minus 12%. She is a ranged unit with weakening and drain on all of her abilities. And her most notable skills, she has follow-up, frenzy plus 1, bombardment plus 1, damage to her status elements both at 40%. Sharpshooter, status element spiritual pressure boost 80%. She also does come with weakened defense, and her and the bonus abilities that I put on her, I put weakened defense on here again. So because the weakened defense will stack if you have the one from the unit's base skills and the bonus abilities, her soul bomb will be doing a lot more damage. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for the characters and their most notable skills. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the accessories and the links that I'm going to use for these units, which are going to be the Kamari Fortification Pill and the Katsukuran. As for the character links, I have a Psychomon Chad, Resurrected Toshiro, and a Seasonal Halibel that came out a while ago. As for the bonus abilities, full stamina damage boost, and also weakened defense because she also does have weakened defense and also bombardment, so her soul bomb will hit insanely hard, especially with the damage to her status elements that she has as well. As for the Ichigo, his accessories and links are going to be the T-Set, Fortification Pill, and the Lieutenant's Badge. As for the links, they're going to be the same as the Noel's, so that's not going to change. As for the bonus abilities, full stamina damage boost, and weakened defense. If you don't want to use weakened defense on any of these characters for whatever reason, you can put the 200 plus 200 SP in the last slot from the newest bonus abilities that we got a while ago. So yeah, if you don't want to put weakened defense, you can put the plus 200 SP here if you want. Weakened defense is optional. I just like it because, you know, I just like to do a lot of damage with the soul bombs. And yeah, that's it for the characters, links, skills, bonus abilities, and accessories. Let's go ahead and jump into some content to see what they can do. Alright, so here we are in a solo inheritance trial. The enemies in the current IT that's going on are hollow enemies, and this unit or the Ichigo will not have killer because they both have the Soul Reaper Killer, which Ichigo having 2 killers, the extra killer is the Stern Ritter Killer. But anyways, neither one of these units will have killer. That swimsuit, Rangeku, and seasonal Nini are only here to give me more pots because, you know, I just need all the super pots I can get. The more the merrier. And also, I'm sorry, did I say the enemies in the IT were hollow? I think I did. They're human. Excuse me, they are human enemies. That's a error. I don't know why I said hollow. I have no idea. But it's human enemies, not hollows. But still doesn't matter, they won't have killer. So the human enemies in IT, in my opinion, are the most difficult enemies to go up against because they hit really hard and their attack strings just come out insanely fast. And if you really want to see what these characters can do in IT, take them into a co-op IT. Characters that release nowadays are just way too strong for solo inheritance trials. So if you have any one of these units, take them into a co-op IT when you get the chance to. Alright, so here we are in another run in the solo IT. This time the difference is I took out the seasonal Mini and I replaced her with the Safui Kaname because the Safui Kaname, he increases heart characters' movement speed by 30% and also increases strong attack damage by 20%. So my strong attacks are doing 20% more damage and I am moving 30% faster. And she is immune to all status elements because she does have the complete status elements immunity skill, which is great. And so this unit's strong attacks are not bad. Her SA1 is pretty decent. It pushes the enemies back, but her SA2 is the tracking vortex, which is just, in my opinion, the one of the best strong attacks in the game. The 3000 lift beam is also a very, very great strong attack as well. And so this character is just having some of the best status elements in the game, weakening and drain, and having that SA2 really makes this a top tier unit, especially with her skills. Alright, so here we are in the IT run again, this time with the 1000 Year Blood War 2024 version of Ichigo. So here we have just a very, very strong unit. His strong attacks are not bad. Weakening and lacerate are some pretty good strong attacks. Weakening, you know, just reduces the damage you take from enemies and also increases the damage dealt to them. Lacerate just stops enemies from using their abilities. So not bad at all. He is immune to status elements with the complete status element skill. Status element spiritual pressure boost is procced. Do keep in mind that the increased status element chance to Soul Reapers and Quincy enemies is not taking effect here because these are human enemies. So if you're not going up against, you know, units that have his killer affiliations, that skill is just pretty much useless. Yeah, it's not taking effect at all if you're not going up against Soul Reaper or Quincy / Stern Ritter enemies. So he won't be proccing that status element spiritual pressure boost as often as he would be if he was going against units that he has killer against. Alright, so here we are with the last run. I did put the Safui Kaname back in, so his strong attacks are doing 20% more damage and he's moving 30% faster. And you can really tell that movement speed difference with and without the character is pretty good. So this Safui Kaname, if you have him in your party while you are, you know, just running through co-op IT, he's great to have. Strong attacks do more damage and you can move faster. Nothing wrong with that. As for the character itself, yeah, he's not bad. He's definitely strong. You know, just the really only downside is that he doesn't have any way to heal. So if you take a hit, unless you have like a unit in your party that recovers stamina in between stages, you really won't heal So if you take damage, you pretty much lose your full stem capabilities, and also the fact that, you know, he only has an increased status element chance against enemies he has killer against. I was supposed to use a soul bomb. Okay, so that was a brief showcase of these units side by side. I apologize for not, you know, showing the Ichigo soul bomb on the last run there. I just kind of slipped my mind when I was talking about the unit. But other than that, as for which unit is better, I say it depends on, you know, the situation. Me personally, I like the Noel better than the Ichigo just because, you know, well, obviously I do have her 5 out of 5 max transcended. She's a ranged unit with weakening and drain on her abilities. I really like the drain status element. You know, having the drain status element just really fits my play style. I like to play a little reckless, so I do like to have that little bit of healing to fall back on. Not to mention, her soul bomb does hit hard. You know, just having bombardment and double stacking weakened defense with the weakened defense she has built in, and then from the bonus abilities, it will just do great damage. Status element spiritual pressure boost is great. Sharpshooter and the damage to her, you know, status elements 40% is also great. So really, I have no downsides, anything bad to say about this unit. The Ichigo, he's just, you know, a real glass cannon. He doesn't have any way to heal. He has 2 killers, 2 soul traits, which is, you know, really good. But if you're not really going up against, you know, Soul Reapers or Quincy enemies, you're not really taking advantage of this skill. So it's just kind of there if you take him up against any other affiliated enemies. His strong attacks are not bad. He's a melee unit, so he does have to get in a little bit closer than the Noel has to. And weakening and lacerate are some pretty good status elements in my opinion. But other than that, yeah, you guys might think differently. And that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And thank you for watching. And as usual, until next time.